Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a good Monday with our beautiful sunshine out there. Hopefully the rain will hold off for some of the day. Let's look at your assignments for Tuesday. You have 1 or 2 pages to complete for religion in your workbook. Hold on, Lincoln's wanting to join us here. For math, we'll be working or finishing on classifying triangles. I hope it's been going okay so far, a little less confusing. So we're on slide 7, and then we're going to finish up the slides today for classifying triangles. Was it this should say 8 or 9 through 11. I'm sorry, that says that's incorrect. Okay, so we finished 6 through 8 yesterday. Now we're on 9 through 11. So in these two yellow boxes, we're going to be labeling the triangle, and we're going to label it by its angles. We're also going to label it by its sides. So if we go back to our first slide, there's 2 ways to classify triangles. We have by their sides as equilateral, isosceles, and scalene. We can also classify it by their angles by labeling it as acute, obtuse, and right. So we need to look at the triangle, what qualities it shows us, and that will tell us how to label it. For example, I noticed that all of these side lengths are equal, so I need to figure out what the name for sides is, all of them being equal. I noticed this guy's got a right angle with this little square, so I need to figure out by angles what label I need to label that one. This guy's got a big fat angle. I need to figure out what type of label for angles has a big fat one. I can look closely at the side lengths and notice that there's 2 that are the same here. So looking at all of the classifications that we know, we're going to drop in some of these. So let's do this one together. If it has 2 side lengths that are same, I'm going to be looking at either isosceles, scalene, or equilateral. If it's 2 sides same, that makes it isosceles. So we're going to drag the isosceles into side lengths over here. I noticed earlier there's a big fat angle. And when we think large, we're thinking obese, we're thinking obtuse. So I want to put an obtuse into the angles because it has 1 angle that's bigger than a 90-degree angle like that guy. I'll let you finish these last 2 slides, and this last one just tells you here's the side lengths, here's the angles by numbers, and you'll just type in whether it's equilateral, scalene, isosceles for the side lengths, and then by angle you'll label it as right or acute or obtuse. And all of those are listed on these little squares. You can also go back to the first slide and check out this diagram as well. So you're just going to wrap up triangles today for math. We are done with our Journeys textbook. We're working in that Reader's Magazine. So today we're going to be reading our story called Animals on the Move. I have the digital link to the story as well as the digital book that you can use. And just so you're aware, if you are ever in here and you're like, how on earth do I find the right page? If you go to Contents, you can skip to our story. So this week is lesson 26 for spelling. That's how you know what lesson we're on. And then you can click Animals on the Move. So here's our digital story. We also have the link if you want to listen to the story, but you're going to be working on slide 3. So you worked on vocabulary. Now we're going to be talking about text features. So in Animals on the Move, you need to figure out what are some features of the actual text that the author put in and how does it help, like what's the purpose? Oh yeah. Is there a title? Is there a map? Is there a diagram? Is there vocabulary highlighted? What feature of the text do you see? That's what you're going to put in this column. Just one example. And then in this column, you're going to label where it is. So maybe page 4, page 5, and what the purpose is. So why did the author put that into the story? For writing, I've gotten through on Monday morning. I finished all of your drafts that were done. Some of you are still working on the draft part. That's fine. I do have a next writing project set up for those who are ready to start it tomorrow. But if you're not done, I want you to focus on the research report until you do finish, and then we'll start the next one. I don't want you to be trying to balance 2 projects until you're done with the first one. So on your research report, I commented on some changes that you can do. I also have a checklist in the Google Slides presentation that has like your outline and your research that you can go through as well. When you're done making improvements to your essay, I just want you to let me know so that I can check it over, and that'll be your final draft. This document is just for anything additional. So if you made a paper airplane, can you send me a picture of your final really excellent paper airplane? If you did marbles, or I have another one with Gravitrax, can you show me a picture of something that you have to go along with your essay? This part's completely optional, but a lot of you have really cool topics that you could add something into it. So this is just here in case you want to share. You can also just send it directly through email to me, but that's just why this is here. Our goal is to be done with the report today so we can start our next project tomorrow, but if you don't finish, that's okay. Finish the research report first. When you finish, start the next thing. You have lesson 26 for spelling, 3 assignments to get done by the end of the week. For science, I did put in the ability to work on the workbook here. So everywhere you see a blue box, that's where you should be filling in typing. If you want to use your real workbook, that's fine. I just gave you the option of actually being able to type on it this time. So today we're working on slides 4 and 5. So you finished 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. Today we're on 4 and 5. So it looks like you have a couple of things to fill in. I filled in the first one to get you started. And then there's a page to read. Simple, easy peasy. For social studies, we're working through that Google Slides interactive presentation. I'm praying these videos work for you. I tried to make sure they were all working. We got through slides 1 through 5, finishing with Manifest Destiny. Today we're going to be going 6 through 10, so reviewing the Northwest Territory as well as reviewing the Louisiana Purchase. So you have 1 question to answer, and the rest is just read it and watch a video. Pretty simple. I think that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to continuing to read your final reports of your research reports. You guys have done a fabulous job, especially not being in school. So they're all looking really great. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.